What's up YouTube, Day of the Wargames, bringing you a Vendread deck profile. Now, Vendread is a new TCG exclusive, which, like some of its predecessors, has combined two fan favourite, like, I don't know how to put it, like films and just stuff that we love. Like, so basically Cosmos was a clash between Wizard of Oz and Star Wars. Spirals was James Bond and like Jason Bourne and kind of like spy agent kind of films. And Vendreads are Resident Evil and Spawn, which I think is awesome. Like, I'm slightly disappointed in the fact that this is only a rare, because I reckon it could have looked absolutely beastie as a secret at the max. Even as like an ultimate, that would look pretty badass. Anyway, so the deck is a zombie-based deck, and it works like Blackluster Sigil by giving the Vendread monsters used to ritual summon this gives this card an effect. Not to mention it also has its own effect, which is pretty damn badass. So without further ado, I'm going to crack straight into this deck and show you what we've got. I will make a disclaimer now. Unfortunately, because we only have Slayer, Revenants, and Hound Horde, the Vendread stuff is kind of restricted, so it is built around more zombie cards. Hopefully we'll be getting some more support to help make it its own archetype or its own kind of sustained deck very, very shortly in like Circuit Breaker sets from then on. But let's crack straight into it. So we start off with triple Vendread Slayer, spawn of the deck. You ritual summon this card with any Vendread ritual spell, which means, from the sounds of that, we are going to get more Vendread ritual spells. If this card battles an opponent's monster during damage calculation, you can banish one zombie monster from your graveyard. This card gains 300 attack. If the ritual summon card is sent to the graveyard, you can add one ritual spell from your deck to your hand. And if you do send one Vendread monster from your deck to the graveyard, you can only use this effect of Slayer once per turn. So not only does he help fill up your grave with Vendread zombies, he also helps banish some of your zombie cards to maybe possibly get some of their effects off. But actually it won't get the effects off because it's during damage calculation, but it then might help push some banished cards out for you that might help extend your plays or unlock burial from different dimensions and stuff like that for you. Next up we play triple Vendread Revenants. Obviously you can see the Resident Evil inspiration behind this. If this card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. A Vendread monster ritual summoned using this card on the field gains this effect. That's very, very important. You have to remember that when they're ritual summoned, these have to be on the field to give this guy the effect. Once per turn, quick effect, you can target one special summon monster your opponent controls and banish it. Pretty damn nice. And then triple Vendread Hound Horde. Now this is obviously, again, you can see the Resident Evil inspiration behind this. This was the promo for Code Dollars, so if you want to get it in high rarity, you can get it in ultra rare. Otherwise, it was a common. If this card is in your graveyard, you can discard one Vendread card, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. A Vendread monster ritual summoned by this effect gains this effect. Once per turn, quick effect, you can target one spell or trap card your opponent controls and banish it. So, banishing back row, banishing 4-row. Awesome. And then we go into our standard zombie lineup. So, triple Uni-Zombie, incredibly strong card. I play triple Gozuki and triple Mizuki. Mizuki is a staple in any zombie deck, and Gozuki is an additional helping hand for the deck. And then we do play the Shiranuis, triple Shiranui Solitaire. Again, it's a one-card Omega. It's so strong. And triple Spirit Master. Again, very, very strong. When it's banished, its effect is awesome. And then its normal summon effect, you special summon a Shiranui monster from your hand or graveyard. Again, goes for a rank 4 play, or you then tribute off for a level 8 play. Again, if you bring out the one Spectral Sword that we play, you've got a rank 6 play, and you just kind of go from there. And then we go with the one Maxi and the triple Fairy Tail Snow. Fairy Tail Snow is incredibly strong, especially when you're banishing the Shiranuis to get their effects off to revive. Is very, very, very good and strong in this deck. It's unreal. It wins you games. This is why you have to play it. So that's it for the monster lineup. As you can see, a very hefty monster lineup there. This is a 42 card deck. You can cut some of the cards down. There are other variants for it as well. I think Shiranui is probably the strongest version for it, because the Shiranuis their banish effects just kind of add that little bit more to it, and they can recycle themselves from graves, the same as Mizuki. But you can play more zombies, like take out the Shiranuis and go for like Zombie Master and stuff like that. Now onto the spells. We play triple Vendread Origin. Now the best thing about Vendread Origin is, again, this would have looked really nice in a super, is the fact that it lists Vendread Slayer or Slayers. So it is a target for pre-preparations of rites, which we do play 2 of. You can play 3 to see it more consistently. I just feel that at 2, it's kind of the right amount, because at 3, you've got a 90% chance of the third one being dead. But that is entirely up to you. The Vendread Origin lets you ritual summon any Vendread ritual monster from your hand or graveyard. You must also tribute monsters from your hand or field, and or banish zombie monsters from your graveyard whose total levels equal or exceed the level of the ritual monster you ritual summoned. If a Vendread Slayer or Slayers you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from the graveyard instead. Next up, we play 1 Burial from the Different Dimension. I really like this card in the zombie deck because Mizuki isn't once per turn, so you just literally go, use my Mizukis, extend my board a little bit more, go into my link monster if I need to, activate Burial, and then use them again. And then you've got your Omegas that then cycle them back around, which is absolutely beautiful. And the 1 Foolish Burial because that can help extend your plays. Now onto the traps, we play triple Vendread Reorigin. You don't have to play the trap. It is probably the more expensive of the Vendread cards. Purely because it's a secret. It's about £10 now, I think. But basically what it does is you target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls that has a level, tribute it, and if you do, special summon 1 Vendread token with a level equal to the tributed monster's original level. While the token special summoned by this effect is on the field, you cannot normal summon or special summon monsters except Vendread monsters. So the idea is you use this to get rid of a problematic opponent's card, and then you go into your ritual summon to then make the Vendread card more live, using the token as the fodder for Slayer. Again, like I said, you don't have to play it. You can just easily take that out and make it down to a lower depth, but because you want to make abuse as much of the Vendread cards as we can, we're going to play it at 3. And then we play double Shiranui style Swallow Slash. Again, it's incredibly strong. You tribute 1 zombie monster, target 2 cards on the field, destroy them, then banish 1 Shiranui monster from your deck. So again, it can turn out to be a triple pop, which is incredible. And then we finish it off with a 1 TT because I really think that TT can just surprise so many people, and it's not always the end of the world if you nuke your own board, which is why you play Black Rose and stuff like that, because you still have plays to go around. Okay, now onto the extra deck. So I am going for more of a heavy synchro version, which is why we only play 1 Phantom Knights of Breaksword, 1 Levier the Sea Dragon. Now obviously we are banishing a lot of monsters, so Levier can help us out massively, bring them back to board. The 1 Castel the Sky Blaster, and the 1 Tornado Dragon. Then we move on to our synchros, and this is where it gets juicy. So we play the 1 Revived King Hadass and the 1 Archfiend Zombie Skull. Now Zombie Skull obviously protects your zombies, cannot be destroyed by card effect, and Revived King Hadass negates any negate the effect of effect monsters destroyed by battle with this card. Now, what you need to know is the way you make these guys is you use Spectral Sword's effect from Graveyard, wherever she's hiding, or he's hiding, sorry. Where are you? There we go. So this effect just lets you special summon 1 zombie type synchro monster from your extra deck, which means you don't have to go through the proper synchro materials, which is why you get bypass those and go into that. We do play a Coral Dragon. Now the reason we play the Coral Dragon is because number 1 it's a tuner, which helps out massively. Number 2, Shiranui Spectral Sword. If you get them on board, you can't make these guys because it is just treated as a normal synchro. But if you go into Coral Dragon, you can then discard cards you don't want in your hand, or like discard Mizukis to help extend your plays, pop cards your opponent controls, and then when Coral Dragon goes to graveyard, you get to draw a card. So the best thing about that is we do also play, I'll go through the 7s first, and then we'll go to the 8s. So we play a Clearwing Synchro Dragon and a Black Rose Dragon to nuke boards. And then our level 8s, we play a Crystal Wing. Now, Crystal Wing is easily made with Spectral Sword. Obviously, you go on top of the Archfiend or the Revived King Hadass. You can take out the Coral Dragon if you want and put in Charge Warrior. That kind of gives you both options. Charge Warrior gives you the instant draw, and then you sync it up into Crystal Wing very nicely and easily. Your other option is, again, then using it to kind of... so your Charge Warrior is then used as more fodder. But you want to make sure you do have the ability to make a level 6, because if you don't have the ability to make a level 6 naturally, then you can find your Spectral Sword being not so helpful in hand or on field. Next up we play the 1 Beals the Dragon, the Diabolical Dragons. it's just so strong, incredibly strong. It can be made quite easily with Uni Zombie and help extend your plays, and he's very, very strong, so that's why you play that. We play the one Shogun Saga. Again, it's very, very strong and helpful in the deck. If this card is special summoned, you banish one zombie type monster from your graveyard. This card gains attack equal to that banished monster's original attack. So you can synchro summon this guy out with Spectral Sword or however you want to make it. Then banish your Spirit Master or your Solitaire to bring Spirit Master back. Banish your Solitaire. Banish your Spirit Master. Pop one card, and that's on 4,500. Very, very devastating attack. Your other option, if you don't want to play Shogun Saga, or if you can't get hold of abilities, you can go into a Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend. So grab hold of one of those if you want. I choose to play Double Omega. It's so easy to get Double Omega out in this. You can probably even get 3 Omegas out, and just being able to rip 2 from your opponent's hand, and then recycle your Mizukis and any of your banished monsters is, even recycling Snows is just disgusting. And then we finish it off with the one Deco Talker, because if we do want to extend our plays, we go into a Deco Talker. We do have the ability to go into flood the board with a couple of effect monsters, which then helps us get into Decode quite easily. And then because they've been used as link fodder, it's not the end of the world, because they're zombies. They just recycle themselves anyway. So then you can go into double Omegas. You can just flood your board with whatever kind of monsters you want. So yeah, that's it for the extra deck. Very straightforward, very, very simple, and very, very zombie-like. I really, really enjoyed the deck. I like the idea of the art type based around Spawn and Resident Evil. So as soon as we get new cards from Circuit Breaker and stuff like that, I will be doing an update for you guys. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and until next time guys, as always, happy dueling. If you like that video, why not check out our other videos available. We've got more deck profiles, pack openings, and of course duels. And don't forget to click on the most important button of all, that subscribe button, right in the bottom left hand corner.